Here we go.
All right. Hello. I'm Brande, and we're at Pilates for Virginia Beach, and we're going to be doing some hoop dance today. So we're just going to start with hooping. So to start, you want to put the hoop at the small of your back, so kind of like that sacrum area. Nice wide stance, or you can have one foot in front of the other. It doesn't really matter which one. So either stance you have, you want to give a nice twist with the hoop flat, parallel to the floor. So give a nice twist and then an even push. So if you start to push up with it and the hoop goes on an angle, it's going to be harder for it to keep going. So you want to make sure that the hoop stays parallel to the floor as you give it a push. And then if you're wide stance, you're just going to go side to side, and you might have to start a little faster at first if you feel it starting to fall down. But eventually you should feel a nice rhythm. You can also do that forward stance. So from here, you're going to be doing more of a forward back motion rather than a side to side. And like I said, it doesn't really matter which foot you have forward. For now, you can just put your hands at your heart center, or what we like to call T-Rex arms, but hands at heart center is always nicer. So just getting yourself warmed up here. As you can see, it starts to get the heart pumping pretty fast. So it's a shifting of weight. If you see, well, I don't know if you can see my feet, but my feet kind of leave the ground for a second, rather than it is like a hip movement. So a lot of people think it's a circling of the hips. Well, it's really more of a shifting of weight side to side. So Jan, you totally got it. Nice. All right, so while we're here, see if you can play around with tempo. So see if you can start speeding it up. So moving faster into those hip points. So, and I haven't really talked about that yet, but if you're moving to the right, which in the camera it'll look like the left, you're going to be pushing into the front of that left hip, right, and the back of the right hip. If you're moving to the other side, you're going to be pushing in the front of the right hip and the back of the left hip. So it's just kind of opposite, forward and back. Yeah, so just push into those hip points. Try to see if you can get it going a little faster. And then slow it back down to a normal rate. And while you're doing that, I'm going to turn on some music. Can you hear the music? Yeah, okay. So see if you can go to the beat of the music. If not, no worries. And with the music, see if maybe you can start moving your feet a little. So maybe a little step. And don't worry about the music. If it's too much, yeah. See if maybe you can step touch. There you go. Going side to side, depending on your space. You can go forward and back. Just starting to, we like to call free the feet. Yeah, there you go. And if you start to feel that hoop going down, then start to pick up the tempo. So that's like a recovery technique. So if you start to feel that it's going down, you can start to really move it fast. And it doesn't always happen, but it'll pick it back up. Okay, let's stop the hoop for a second. We're going to go in our other direction. So that's going to be your right, my left. Same thing, either wide stance, forward and back. Okay? One side might feel a little better than the other, or more challenging than the other. If this is your more challenging side, start to speed up that tempo right away. Yeah, and then eventually your muscles will wake up and you won't have to move as fast. Okay? Play around with the music if you can, speeding up. See if you can go to the beat of the music. If not, it's totally cool. And then when you feel ready, try to see if you can free those feet. No pressure, you can totally stay grounded. But if you're feeling ready, move forward, back, move side, move side. Or you can just stay still playing around with speeding it up. Speed it up. You might notice that it inches up to your ribs. That's good for later, so that's not wrong. And slow it down. And if you notice when it slows down, it goes down to your hips, that's okay too. So that's what's called elevating up and down the body. We'll do that later, but for now, just try to keep it at your waist. Speeding it up, slowing it down. Starting to build up some heat in the body. Nice. All right, let's stop the hoop and we'll do a little bit of a classic warm-up. So nice wide stance, you can have your feet turned out a little bit. And we're just gonna do some squats. So coming down, push it up, push through the heels, squeeze the butt. Nice. Keep the belly button up and in. Chest lifted. Good. We'll do 2 more. And then we're going to go side to side. So up and up. So squat and reach it. Squat, reach it. If you want to lift up that leg, you can. Feeling a little... Like you want a little challenge, or you can just stay here and point. We'll do 1 more each side. And then we'll come back to center. So we're going to keep the hips still. We're just going to move the torso. And we're going to go side to side. So feeling the belly as you twist. Moving from the center of that chest, nice soft bend in the knees so you're not locking any joints. Keep breathing. And as you twist, start to bring that hoop up. You can spot your hoop if you like so you don't get dizzy. And then start to bring it down. As your arms get straight, see if you can go into that squat, keeping that twist, going as low as you can, and then coming back up. You can speed this up if you want to. Make it a little more dancey. Go up. And then we'll come back to center. All right, so it was good that Jim did those isolations in hip hop because we're gonna be doing those again. If you didn't take hip hop, it's okay. It's not a big deal. So we're gonna start with the head and neck, just keeping the hands or the arms straight. So start going right ear, right shoulder. Turn so that your chin is facing your shoulder. And then roll through the front. Go let's go left ear, left shoulder, and then chin, up, and center. So we're just gonna roll through, going around. Half circle to the front. 1 direction. And then once you're at the center, go the other direction. So going to the left, drawing a circle with your head. 1 more circle, and then come up through center. Now this time we're going to go to the back half circle, so we're going to go right ear, right shoulder, go back, you're going to extend your chest a little bit, and come around full circle, getting the back side of it. And once you come chin to chest, switch directions, going to the left. Make sure you extend as you go to the back, so not crunching in the neck. And then come chin to chest and roll up. We're gonna move it down to the shoulders. So we're gonna start by arching our chest forward, squeezing the shoulder blades back. I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. And then you're gonna push those right ribs out to the side, okay? Then you're gonna hollow, you're gonna round the upper back. You're gonna push the ribs out to the left, and then you're gonna come back to that forward position. So right, back, left, forward. Right, back, left, forward, and then just roll with it. And you kind of have the hoop as a reference point. So you're drawing a circle with your chest. Keep your hips still, but keep a nice bend in those knees. Belly button to spine. We'll do one more roll, and then we'll come back to center. We're gonna get the other side, so forward, to the left, back, right, forward. One more slow, right, or left, back, right, forward, and then draw that circle with just your upper body. Belly button to spine. This is a really good core workout if you're really isolating just in your upper body. And this will translate to the hoop, you'll see. One more circle, and then we'll come back to center, shake it out. All right, now we're gonna go to the hips. So we're gonna go forward, tip that hip out to the right, back, you wanna kind of booty bump it back, to the left, and then forward. Right, back, left, forward. And keep a nice bend in those knees, because that will get more mobility in your pelvis. All right, one more slow. And then we're gonna roll around. So drawing a circle with your hips. Nice. Good. One more full circle. And then we'll come to center. We'll get the other side. So forward, left, back, booty bump, right, forward, back, side. One more. Side, back, side. And then draw that circle, moving to the left. Free the hips. You've been sitting probably, who knows, well, I don't know. Maybe you guys are up and moving more than I am, but I feel like I'm sitting watching Paw Patrol most of my day. All right, one more big circle. And then shake it out. Awesome. Okay, so bring that hip or hoop over to your left side. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Just bring it to the side. Have one leg bent, the other one straight. Just getting a little stretch here. And then if you'd like, if you want to make it deeper, you can come down, drop that hip down if you have the flexibility to come down like this, or you can just stay up. Your choice. All right, take a twist towards that bent leg. And you can do this while you're standing up too, just twist. You can actually bring that arm back around if you'd like, getting a little bind. And then come back out of it. Scooch that back leg in a little bit so that you can get a straight leg stretch. You can use your hoop in front of you as kind of a balance if you need to. Try to square off your hips. And then bring the feet together to touch and just slowly roll it up. We'll come to the other side. So other leg forward. And bring that hoop to the other side. And if you want, you can come down. Twisting towards that bent leg. You can take that top arm to the back if you like, opening up the chest a little more. Then slowly unwind yourself. And then you're going to step that back leg in, square the hips, and just fold forward. And you can be up on your hoop, or you can come down to the floor. and slowly roll it up. Roll the shoulders back. Roll the shoulders forward. All right, so we're gonna start with some of the hoop dance stuff. We're gonna start off the body. This is just a nice transition to get the hoop across your body. So we're gonna start with the left leg, stepping it in, hoop to the left. You're gonna cross it over to the right. As it goes there, it can't go anywhere until you step your right leg in. And then you're gonna rotate it all the way around and then switch hands. Okay? You're gonna step your right leg in. Same thing. Bring it across, step it in, and around. Switch hands. So just kind of play with that. Stepping back, bringing it around to the back. Eventually we'll take this further, but for now I want you to get kind of the basics of it. So you're basically bringing the hoop over your body. This is called elevatoring. Whee! Nice. We'll do one more each side. You kind of have to duck your head out a little bit. Step it in, around. Nice. Okay. So let's go to on the body. We'll use that elevator technique later. We're going to kind of move from off the body, on the body. So let's go back to on the body. Go to your dominant side. That might be a different side than me. I like to hoop to the right, which to you guys looks like my left, or your left. But just go to that dominant direction that feels the best. Either wide stance or forward and back. Okay, and I want you to pay attention where the opening is in front of that same side hip. So if you're hooping to the left, you're going to look for the opening in front of your left hip. If you're hooping to the right, you want to look to the opening in front of your right hip. Okay, does that make sense? Yes? Okay, all right. So that same side hand, as opening you're trying to find, it's going to wait for that space to open and you're going to dip it in and take it out. I call this move catching the fish. So you're going to go, you're going to catch some fish, and you're going to take it out. Yeah. You got it. Don't be afraid of it. The hoop doesn't hurt that bad when it hits your arm. So in and out. Now, I know you can't really see me because the hoop is right in front of you, but if you're looking down, you see that that opening moves from the front to the back. So if you take your hand and you trace it front to back, you'll follow that opening and you'll be able to keep your hand in longer. You got it, Jan. So in and out. It's okay. The struggle is real. Yep, so in and out. And just keep practicing with it. Yeah? When you've tried it about like 10 to 20 times, switch sides, just so that we're making the body balanced. So it's the same thing, that front hand or arm is going to be finding that space in the front of that same side hip. You're going to dip it in, maybe trace it to the back and out. Dip it in, dip it out. You kind of got to time it where you're like, okay, now, now, now. It takes a while. What I love about hooping in this is like it takes your ego away a little bit and it like forces you to be silly and smile. So, all right, so do this a few times on your non-dominant side and then we'll move back to our dominant side. All right, so with anything with hoop dance, you want to, the hoop is moving in a circle, so you want to move in a circle too. So how we were trying to free the feet in our warm-up, try to see if you can do that and move in the same direction that you're hooping. So if you're hooping to the left, you want to move to the left. This is also another recovery technique. If you notice that the hoop is starting to fall down, right? Then you can take a quick turn to that direction and it'll speed up and come up your body. So a little belly turn, and it'll come up. But for now, just slow moving in that direction. This will also help with that first trick that we were doing, the catching the fish. Because if you move in the direction, you're going to stall that space, you're going to stall that opening as you move. But that comes later, so that's it. Yeah, Jan? Yeah! You got it. It's all about practice. Practice makes progress. And what's great about hoop dance too is in the practice, you're getting a crazy cardio workout. So even if you're not getting the tricks, you're still like exerting a lot of effort and burning those calories. So yeah, there you go, nice. That's it. Yeah, keep going. Yeah. Awesome. All right, let's go to the other direction. We'll do the same and just staying stationary. All right, and once you feel good, start to move those feet. So take it slow. If you notice it's starting to fall, gain your bearings, get it back, yeah. Prayer hands, center yourself, and then start moving. It's okay. Yeah. Nice and slow. If you're noticing that your non-dominant side is falling a lot, just stay in the center, right? Maybe you just do a little step touch, not moving anywhere, yeah? Or maybe you just try to lift your feet off the ground, like, yeah! And it's an amazing core workout, just working right here. Yes, nice. Okay, so let's stop it for a second. We're gonna go back to off the body here. So like I said, we're gonna kind of switch on body, off body, just to give yourself a little break, cardio-wise. All right, so we're gonna take the hoop. Your thumbs are touching, your palms are facing to the ground. You're going to bring the hoop over to the right. You're gonna catch it behind your back, pinky to pinky, so it's a nice chest stretch here. If you wanna take a moment, like, savor that chest stretch. And then you're gonna bring it back to the front, so it's thumb to thumb, okay? Depending on your space, you might not be able to have it fully horizontal to the ground. You might need to angle it down a little bit, okay? So it's gonna be pinky, pinky, thumb, thumb. Pinky, pinky, thumb, thumb. You're basically just passing it, yeah. Yep. And make sure you're getting that pinky, pinky, because it's hard to transfer it. I mean, it's possible, but you just have to do a little rotation of the wrist. But try to do the thumb to thumb, pinky to pinky, and I'm gonna get away from the mirror. Good, so this is a good time to practice turning in the direction. So right now you're rotating to the right. So start to walk in a circle, and you don't have to use a whole lot of space, just walk around yourself. And this is passing, okay? All right, one more in this direction. Come back to center, we're gonna do the other side. So moving to the left, thumb to thumb, pinky, pinky, and then start rotating around yourself. Nice. All right, so this is gonna help us get into our next trick, which is lassoing it up over our head. This trick is called halo. So you're going to take that principle of the pass. Let's go to the right first. So right hand comes across, you're going to catch it with the left. It's going to come up and around. It's almost like you're a cowgirl, cowboy, and you're lassoing it over your head. So it's going to come come up, it's gonna rotate over your thumb. Your fingers are gonna come through. And then you're gonna bring it up and over your head, okay? So be careful with this one. You don't wanna give it too much momentum because you can fling the hoop across the room and maybe break a lamp. So I don't want that to happen, so just take it nice and slow. Yeah. There you go, nice. Good. And if you feel comfortable, you can start moving in that direction. Now, what's gonna help it, this also depends on your space. You might want it kind of angled down, or if you have the space, try to keep it as horizontal to the floor as possible. And to do that, you need to open and close your hand. The closing of the hand is gonna help it come back to that horizontal space, and also speeding it up. The heavier hoops can be a lot on the hand, so if you need to take a break, take a break. So start moving in the direction, yeah, of that hoop direction, so moving to the right. There you go. One more circle. And then from here, we're gonna take the hoop from your right hand. You're going to bring it down and across your body, and you're going to go back to that pass. Yeah, so you can switch from pass to halo to pass to halo. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, good. Nice, Jan. Yes, good. We'll do a couple more of those, just switching from halo. Back down to pass, back to halo. And if you want to really challenge yourself, move in the direction of the hoop. So move to the right, get it up, get it down. If you have the space, you can really start to make it dancey if you want. You can start to, I'm going to move your hips. Okay. Let's switch directions. So going to the left now with that pass. Once you get it in your right hand, it's going to come up around. It's going to pass over your thumb and your fingers have to come inside. Yes. Open and close your hand. Yeah, nice. Once you've got a good rhythm going, you can start going back to that pass and switching. Yeah? There's a lot of moves that come from this halo position, so this is a very foundational move. Yeah, nice. The pass is also a foundational move. There's a lot of tricks that come from the pass. Once you feel comfortable passing it up and down, see if you can start to move in that, oops, sorry, I'm going into another trick. Down and up. Yeah, moving in that left direction around your body. Yeah. If you need to take a moment and keep it up in a halo before you pass it down, or vice versa, go for it. Looking good. All right. One more circle and then we'll come back to center. We're going to take that move that we learned initially, the elevator. This is another way to transition to that halo. So we just went from here around to the other side, right? Let's review that a little bit. Around to the other side. So now we can take it across the body, let it come around, and then lasso it up to halo. Yeah! Other side. Let it come across the body, around, and then lasso. So to make this work, and Jan, you're doing an excellent job. To make this work, you have to make sure that you have a light grip on that hoop. You don't want to have a death grip because the hoop has to rotate back and forth, side to side in your hand in order for this to work. So once you're here, see how it has to rotate in my hand in order for me to bring it up and over. So just keep that in mind if you're struggling a little bit. Make sure you have a nice light grip to let it rotate. Try it a couple times on each side. This is elevator to halo. Jan, you're a pro. You're teaching the next class. Yes. All right, one more time each side. Elevator, halo. And this is, if you don't already see it coming, this is the beginning of a combo, okay? So we got our elevator to halo. Nice. Okay. We're going to go back to on the body hooping. We were doing some catch the fish, so just come back to your waist hooping. If you want to move your feet, you can. If you're feeling more confident, if you hear the music, you can start to do a little step touch. If not, just stay here, hands at heart center. All right, come back to those catching the fish. We're gonna move on from here. All right, so we went front to back. Now we're gonna do back to front. So that opposite hand, it's all good. You're good, Jan. So front to back, you can stay here. When you're ready, we're gonna move on. So looking over your right shoulder, you see that space from the back of your right hip moving in front of you. So you're gonna dip that right hand back to front. Back to front. Yeah? You really gotta look over that shoulder and kind of do a little torso twist like we were working on in the warm-up. Keeping your hips square. So twisting from that sternum, back to front. Yes. My tails are coming off. Back to front. And then front to back. You're good. This takes a while. But like I said, just even concentrating this hard on your arms, your waist hooping is getting better. And you're working your cardio. So, hey, it's a win-win. So back to front, front to back. Yeah, if you need to take a second, hands at heart center, go for it. All right, a couple more times on this side. Moving back to front, or front to back to front. Yep, there you go, look at you. Yeah, your front to back is getting better. Good. It takes probably like a million times of practice for it to get there, so you're on your way. Yes, and you got the hoop at home now, Jan. You can practice while you're watching TV. All right, let's switch to that other side. I know I said like one more time and we did like 10. So let's switch to the right side now. Find your bearings here. This might be your non-dominant side, or maybe the last side was your non-dominant side. Wherever you are, be patient with yourself. Show yourself some love and gratitude. You are loving your body right now, and you're getting all the benefits by just showing up and just trying your best. You're learning new things, so that means you're growing in your brain. So it's all good. All right, so that same hand comes in front and moves front to back. Front to back. So practice that. Yeah. So if you're moving to the right, your right hand moves forward and back. Now we're going to go that back to front. So the left hand looks over the left shoulder and moves back to front. Back to front. Front to back. That's okay. Hey, like I said, you're concentrating so much on your arms, your waist hooping, and this is your non-dominant side, and you're rocking it. So you're doing awesome. All right, get a few more times with that back to front, front to back. If this is your non-dominant side, don't worry if you're not getting it. It takes practice. As long as you're starting to feel improvement with one side, you're halfway there. All right. Nice. Okay. So moving on, we are going to do another off the body, and we'll come back to that. So we're going to add on to the catching the fish. So place the hoop in your right hand, palm facing up, okay? Again, nice light grip. You don't want to death grip the hoop. We're going to make a rainbow arc figure 8 with the hoop, and these are actually called figure 8s. If you're familiar with poi, it's kind of that same movement pattern. So we're going to bring the hoop up and over. So the palm is facing towards you, your arm is across the body, and then you're going to move it again in that arc, and this time the palm is facing away from you or up towards the ceiling. So it's a little bit of a back and forth movement. Now, yeah, watch out for your ceiling. If you don't have the height to do this, no worries, you can always practice your waist hooping. The lower you keep your hand, the lower your hoop is. So if you have your hand way up towards your face, your hoop is going to be higher. So yeah, take it slow. And then I like how you're kind of mimicking me where you're moving and step touching side to side. This is a great way to start dancing with it. And sometimes it's easier to get the dance aspect with the off the body stuff, right? Just the whole step touch aspect. Yeah, nice. Okay, awesome. Now we're going to add on from here. Now, again, assess your space. So if you don't think that this is doable for your space, you don't have to do it. But as we come up, we're going to take the hoop with our other hand. We're going to make a makeshift jump rope. We're going to jump, let it rotate around in your hand. You got to have that nice light grip. Let your left hand come off, and then bring your right arm across your body over towards your right shoulder. Okay? So around, getting that arc. You're going to bring the hands together. Jump rope. Take the left hand off. Right hand goes across to the left and keep going. Yeah? So you're basically just breaking up the movement pattern with the jump rope motion in the center. So it looks like this, and then you go back. Yeah. Yeah, nice. That's it. If you feel comfortable with that right hand, you don't have to add the left hand. So you can just do it with one hand, and that way you can, it's a smoother transition. But if you're not there yet, you can always add that left hand in. Nice. And this is always a nice one to add, like for a big like crescendo in the music. Like, nice dramatic move to add to a dramatic moment in the music. All right, so we're gonna switch now, switching to our left hand, palm facing up. Same motion, rainbow, figure 8. So palm facing towards you, palm facing away. Arm across, arm open. Yes, nice. If you ever did any like baton twirling or poi, kind of that same motion. And the lower that your hand is, the lower the hoop will be. So you're not hitting your ceiling, hopefully. Nice, if you feel comfortable here, see if you can add that jump. So right hand comes on, jump, let it rotate, and then bring it back over to the right side. Yes, nice. Challenge yourself, see if maybe you can just do it with your left hand. If not, you can always add that right hand. Nice light grip. I really could do this just with holding on my fingertips. It's all just a movement of the wrist. But, you know, if you're not there yet, it's okay. But the point is not to death grip on the hoop, or else it's really going to start hurting your wrists and your forearms. So try to stay relaxed. We'll do a couple more just like that. Yeah. All right, let's jump through, stay in. This is another, this is a way to transition from off the body to on the body. So we just did our figure 8, jump through. Now start to bring that hoop to the small of your back, and you can start waist hooping, okay? So All together, you start to figure eight, you jump, bring it, and start to hoop. Yeah? Other side, figure eight. When you're ready, jump through, bring that hand to the back, bring it on the small of your back, and start hooping. And it doesn't matter which direction. You kind of have control. Once it's here, you can go either way. So whatever your dominant direction is. All right, now that we're on the body, we're going to actually, I lied, I said we were going to add on to catching the fish, but we're going to do first elevatoring up and down the body, so kind of what I was talking about earlier. And then we're going to add some things together and cool down and stretch, because I'm just seeing we have like five minutes. So you're going to start to speed it up. See if you can isolate those isolations we were doing before, where you move forward, around, and back. See if you can get it up onto your ribs. Bring your arms up. If you do those isolations, maybe it comes on your chest. If it doesn't move up, that's okay. This is a core workout, even if you're just willing it to come up, right? This took me years to get, so don't be frustrated if you don't get it. Yeah, so trying to get it at least maybe to move from your belly button up maybe half an inch, yeah? So speed it up. Try to get it up to maybe the bottom of your ribs. Nice, and then slow it down. Let it creep down to your pelvis, to your hips, and see if you can isolate it just there. Just on those hip bones. Yeah? And then speed it up. Let it come up as high as it goes. Yeah? And then let it slow down, come down to the hips, and isolate it there. And if you do these like 10 times, your breath increases, your heart rate increases, and it's a crazy core workout. Just bringing it up and down the body is crazy. All right, let's do the other side. So start with it at your waist. Speed it up. Try to get it to creep up as much as it will. It might not go very far, that's okay. It's okay, just speed it up. That's it. Start to isolate in your ribs, isolate in your chest. Lift up those arms. Maybe it comes up to the armpits, maybe it doesn't, it's okay. And then slow it down. Let it come down to the waist. We'll do 2 more of these, speed it up. Up, 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 up. And down to the waist, or to the hips. Last one, up, 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 up. Yes, and down. Yay! Okay, let's start to do our combo and then we'll do a little cool down. So let's bring it to our right side. Right leg goes behind. Actually, no, bring it to the side of you first. So to the right side. And just do a little turn with it. Yeah, nice. Now start to walk around the hoop. You can put your other hand on your hip to add. You can do like a little flamenco hand, whatever you want to do with that other hand. We'll do one more circle around. And then once you come back to center, stop it. Bring that right leg behind. And we're going to elevator it up to halo. Nice. We're going to bring it down to our pass. So pass around. Good. Once it comes to your right hand, you're going to flip that palm up. Do your figure 8. Uh-oh. Careful for your ceilings. Yeah, a little step, you know, if you feel the beat in the music, you can groove with it. Whenever you're ready, bring that other hand on, take that jump, stop it, and then come back to your waist routine. Yay! You can do some catching the fish. And that's our combo. Okay, let's do the other side. All right, so over in the left, you're gonna rotate it. You're gonna start walking. Hand on the hip or a little, you know, groove. All right, go ahead and stop it. Bring that left leg in. Bring it around up to your halo. Yes. Bring it down to your path. Once it gets in your left hand, bring your palm facing up, come to your figure 8. Step touch. Yep. And when you feel comfortable, grab it, jump. Oh, don't let it come over. Keep that, sorry. Keep it at your waist. And then waist tubing. You can do your catching the fish. And you can go either way. I always naturally go to my right, your left. But if you're a right hooper. All right, nice job. Let's put the hoop down for a second. We're just gonna do a very quick cool down. So nice wide legs. Then take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Walk it over to your right side. Rotate to your lunge. You can bring that knee down if you need to. Extend the front leg, wiggle the toes side to side. Come back up, walk that back leg in. Stretch. Rotate through the center, over to the other side. Lunge, you can bring the knee down. Straighten the front leg, give it a little wave side to side. Come back to your lunge. Walk that back leg in. Stretch forward. Walk it to the center. Heel toe the feet to touch. Bend the knees. Hug your elbows if you like. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Start to walk your hands up your legs around the spine. Inhale up. Exhale down. Shoulder roll back. Shoulder roll forward.